Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to do a full face using only cream products, and the products that I have right in front of me are from clean slash vegan slash non-toxic beauty brands that are available in New Zealand. I wanted to create a makeup look using cream products because I do know a lot of people out there that are just living their day-to-day life, don't really wear a lot of makeup. So for me, having an acne-prone skin, it's a little bit hard to find products that can offer full coverage as well as feel lightweight at the same time. Since diving into more clean beauty brands, I managed to find products that works great not only for my acne prone skin but also for my oily skin as well. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. If you hear a lot of noise in the background, it's just my partner and a couple of his friends having guy time, you know, the usual. For this video, I've already filled in my brows because I don't have a cream product for brows. If you have a pomade, then that could work as well, but personally I like to fill in my brows with a pencil as opposed to a pomade. So I'm going to scoot you guys a little bit. I've already primed my skin. Now I have been using my usual moisturizer as a primer because I find that not only I get hydration for my skin, I also find that it just makes any foundation look more natural and more youthful and glowy as opposed to me wearing like a specific primer such as pore minimizing or mattifying. So for base, I am going to mix two because I don't have my perfect match. I have the Aleph Beauty foundation and concealer, and this one is in the shade 4.0. I purchased this because I thought it would be the right shade for me, but it turns out to be half a shade darker, but I could still make it work. Aleph Beauty is a New Zealand based makeup brand that have minimal products that you could use multiple ways. I've talked about multi-use products in my channel and I love them personally, especially for day-to-day, because on the daily basis you don't really have time to have 5 different products for the same thing. Why not just have that one product that you could use multiple ways and be done out the door? So I'm going to mix in a little bit of the Perez Arnica concealer in Chai. So this is 1.5 shade lighter than my skin tone. So what I like to do is to scrape a little bit of both products onto my hand and mix it. The Aleph Beauty is so creamy to the touch. I find that it doesn't really dry out as much, whereas the Perez, once it's exposed to the air, it tends to dry out. For you to be able to use it, you have to scrape top of it and warm it with your fingers. That way you could get the creaminess that you're after. For an everyday basis, I don't actually mind if my acne marks or a little bit of freckles or a little bit of spots peek through, because I personally like a little bit of natural skin as opposed to having like a full-on mask, because I feel like my skin has changed dramatically, and whenever I pile on a lot of product on top of it, it tends to clog. So I'm going to move on to concealing now. As you can see, I have really bad eye bags and discoloration on my under eye area. The trick that I found is that whenever you use like a potted creamy concealer, so just scrape a little bit of it and then put it on the back of your hand and warm it up a little bit with your finger. That way you get the creaminess that you're after. And then whatever product I picked up with my finger, I'm just going to dab that underneath my eyes, so then it could really melt into the skin and you don't apply a lot, because I find that potted concealers tend to cake up if you don't watch out for how much you apply on your skin. And if you overdo it, it can get like crepey and bunchy. And also, the warmth of your fingers will really melt and blend in the concealer on your face. So once I'm happy with that placement, I like to just use my sponge to really push it in my skin. And because I have a little bit of darkness, I like to go over the scraped area just a teeny tiny bit and then pop that on here. So I know this is a full face of cream makeup, but I really do need to set my face because I do have oily skin. So I'm just gonna quickly do that with any translucent powder that you have. I like to use this type of brush and really dab that on the under eye. I like to apply a thin layer of powder because we're working with cream. Once you pile on a lot of powder and then put cream on top, it can tend to make that clay paste that we want to avoid. I am going to bronze up my face, and for that I am going to use this Aleph Beauty Lip / Cheek Aleph Beauty Cheek / Lip Tint, and this one is in the shade Terra. This is the latest addition to their line, and it's a nice brown shade that I could use as a bronzer. Once again, I like to tap this at the back of my hand because this product can tend to be very pigmented, so a little goes a very long way as well. And I like to use like a dual fiber brush or a brush with like very flexible bristles. That way you could get a good blend and an airbrush blend. So I'm going to just pop that. And the beauty about cream is that once you set it, it looks more natural than using a powder, because the warmth of your skin as well as how it reacts to your skin will make it appear very seamless, very natural, and it will look like it blends in with your skin, as opposed to a powder where sometimes it can be a little bit of a thicker formula that can sit on top of your skin. Then I'm going to just use that. If I did overdo it, I'm just gonna go back to my foundation brush just to blend that out a little bit. And the beauty about this specific shade is that it can act as a blush as well. So if you're not into like a bronzer blush type of girl, then this could be a good product to have. For blush, I have been loving this Juice Beauty cream blush, and this one is in the shade Flush. So this is what it looks like. Again, I like to use a dual fiber brush, dip my brush in there, and stamp it on the area where I want to focus the product on. I actually like to layer my blush just to get like a different dimension, since we're using with cream. It doesn't fade as much when I have like a few layers of cream. So then I'm going to go with the Kosas Color and Light Cream in Tropical Equinox. So this is what it looks like. I love how it comes with a mirror. So what I like to do is to actually pop my finger in there to warm the product, because it can tend to dry out a little bit. And then I'll just pop that on my cheek. And then I am going to go and use my brush to just diffuse the product. And I love this shade because it has a little bit of peachiness to it, and it gives a really nice glow to the skin. Now we're looking nice and healthy. I also like to apply this a little bit on the forehead, on the nose area. And for highlighter, I am going to pop a little bit of this shade. This gives a nice wet looking highlight. I'm going to go back to the powder that I use, pinpoint the areas where I want to set, because I like to keep that glow, also make the cream products last for a decent amount of time. I'm not gonna wear this for 16 hours or for 24 hours or even for 12 hours. This makeup right here is usually good for when you just want to run errands, or if you want to go for brunch or meet up with friends. It is nice and easy and quick to do. So moving on to the eyes, I like to use the same shade that I use to contour or shade my face, and that's the Terra shade. And once again, I have the dual fiber brush, and basically I just dip straight into the pot and kind of just blend it all over the lid. You could also use your fingers, but I like to be quick about it and just use a brush. That didn't take more than 1 minute to achieve. And the beauty about using cream products is that even if you mess up, you can't really tell that you messed up, because it will just look like a wash of color, and it's a lot easier to control as well. So if you make a little bit of mistake, just use your finger to kind of correct that. If I want to go on the lower lash line, I like to pinch the brush. It's like I like a little bit of definition but not too intense, and honestly this is like my day-to-day makeup look using cream products. So for a little bit of sparkle on the lid, I'm going to use this vanilla highlighter from Perez. It's such a nice bronzy shade, and I'm just gonna pop that in the middle of my lid, and that will act as a spotlight. You could also use this product as your highlighter, but because I find it's a little bit bronzy for my skin tone at the moment, since it's currently winter, so it's not gonna complement my skin, but I do love to use it on the lid. Since I do have oily skin, I actually like to run just a hair of translucent powder on that. That way it won't move around. You're still able to see the color and the shadow, but because I don't want to apply or set it with another shadow, I like to use my translucent powder. We are going to move on to the lips. I like to layer my lips actually, so I'm going to line using the bronzer that we used before, just a teeny tiny bit on. And then I am going to pick up the blush that I used before with the same brush. I'm just quickly going to apply my mascara because there's no cream mascara, or at least the one that I could use. So I'll be right back and I will give you the final look. Here is my final makeup look. I'm actually quite obsessed, and I have been doing this type of makeup here and there. Like if I just want a very quick makeup look that I want to wear whenever I'm just on a funk, or if I just want to look good, to be honest. And yeah, so this is like a good pick-me-up, and also this is perfect for those of you who don't wear a lot of makeup but want to wear something that will enhance your features, make you feel good about yourself, and you know, just to give you a little bit of boost of confidence. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye!